With us on the Double Eagle Golf Podcast, well, I'm Roy J. Akers. I'm the host, also courtesy of SkyViewSports.net. With me, I have the general manager of the University of Michigan men's golf course and women's golf course, and actually the university golf course, Andrew Romig. Andrew, it's been great. Played your golf course last year. So happy to have you on today. And this has been a banner 2025 season. We have another beautiful day for playing golf.
That's right. Thanks for having me on today.
Hey, no problem at all. Well, Andrew, this Allister McKenzie golf course, you actually retooled from the old clubhouse to the new several years ago. It's absolutely beautiful inside. I walked, toured some of it, not all of it, and beautiful pro shop, snack bar, welcoming atmosphere for University of Michigan students and alumni, faculty, all. Tell us a little bit about that for about a minute or so.
Sure. So yeah, we moved into the Postma Family Clubhouse in 2017 from our old facility that we were in for many, many years. It's been a great move. I can't believe it's already been 8 years already, but we have a dedicated banquet space upstairs where we can do a lot of events and weddings and our golf outings and you name it, we've hosted up there. Expanded the restaurant grill on the main floor, and then, as you mentioned, the large golf shop as well on the first floor. We have all the carts stored in the basement of the facility, which adds some more storage room for us. But yeah, it's been a great place, and we're very fortunate to have some donors that funded the facility, and very thankful for their support.
Yeah, while this university course does have special rates for the alumni, students, and faculty, the public is welcome, and you can check that out on the site, and we'll get that for you in just a little bit. But the Allister McKenzie course itself, he didn't have a real long designing career, but he is considered to be the greatest golf architect in history, in front of Donald Ross and Robert Trent Jones and Pete Dye and a few other people that we could mention. And you happen to have one of his very best layouts. Tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, we like to think we have one of his best, so we're fortunate to have his name on our course here, and his work happened in Ann Arbor. We opened in 1931. 18 great golf holes, 18 different holes. There was a renovation done in the early 90s by Art Hills, and at that point, the courses was restored to the original routing that McKenzie had laid out in the 30s. At one point in time, the nines had been flipped, and our current routing now is back to the way that it was originally routed when it was built. But yeah, very fortunate to have his work here. And then we also, you mentioned Pete Dye. We have one of his first 18-hole designs at Radrick Farms just down the road, which is another owned and operated golf course.
Yeah, I played a Pete Dye course just the other day. I was covering an event in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I happened to be lucky enough to play Chatham Hills Country Club. And of course, it's another one of those Pete Dye doozies. But we're here to talk about the Allister McKenzie course. Allister McKenzie's known for a few things. He in his golf design, and one of them, he doesn't trick things up. He doesn't make things. He took the land and made it very special, and that seems to be the ultimate talent that he had. Can you add a little bit at all to what I just said? I'm sure you can.
Sure, yeah. So he worked with the land that was given to him. Some of that would be the lack of certain equipment in 1930 when he built it, but he kind of used the land that was as it was laid out to build the golf course. So there's you'll find a few blind tee shots on this golf course, starting out hole number two, where you're teeing off and you're basically staring at a hill, and you got to have a kind of point in the distance to know where to line up your first shot. Um, but he was kind of that was one of his ideas of design. He also was big on camouflage. He didn't like to have a lot of backdrops behind his holes, so um, I'm out here actually sitting next to hole number nine, which is kind of. But yeah, he I believe it started when he served in the military. He kind of learned the art of camouflage and copied some of that into his golf course design and golf course principles. So that's pretty interesting. Um, Probably our most signature hole here is hole number six, which is actually the basis of our golf course logo as well. The two-tiered green, which is a unique McKenzie design characteristic. So there's a bottom tier and a top tier. We're prepping right now to host a women's golf event this upcoming weekend, and I know that the tournament will have one of the days. We'll have the pin up top there, which presents a unique challenge for the teams that have not seen that before.
Yeah, we're going to talk specific holes in just a little bit. To me, some of the camouflage that he has, I think the best camouflage hole, maybe I'm wrong on this, is number 18, where you can kind of, go see the Michigan Stadium there in the background, and of course that intimidating pond. But when I think camouflage, sometimes I think psychological terror, where the golf
Yeah,
course designer makes you think it's a lot worse than what it really is, or not. I mean, is that kind of how you take it?
sure. Yeah, so 18 is a little bit unique in the fact that the large pond here was added later on and was not part of the original design. But yeah, I think that's a good point too in terms of camouflage. Is also just the intimidation factor off the tee can throw you off a little bit too.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do on the other side of the sturdy. We're going to build on a couple of the holes that you touched on, and we're going to add one or two more, and we're going to do that for you next. This is Roy J. Akers for the High Bank Fury podcast. We are found multiple times weekly where we talk to NASCAR drivers, cover stories, and those that shape the sport. This is not just another podcast. We get exclusive content, talk fantasy NASCAR racing, and spill the news before other media outlets drop their take. We are on all podcast channels, the YouTube channel, and can be found on skyviewsports.net. Check out High Bank Fury, the podcast, today. With us on the Double Eagle Golf Podcast, we have Andrew Romig. He's the general manager of the Allister McKenzie Golf Course, I believe also the Pete Dye course as well, Raderick Farms at the University of Michigan. Two outstanding venues. And Allister McKenzie, everybody, was voted the most outstanding golf course designer, really in modern golf history. He's designed three huge courses where he's considered to have the number one design in the United States or North America, Australia, and also in Europe. And we'll take a look at those and some of the B-roll that we have in the background. And this Allister McKenzie design is second to none. It's an outstanding, very playable golf course. And Andrew, number 6, you always like to brag about that because of the green itself. Can you tell how you play that off the tee into the green and what makes this hole so special?
I think the hole is so special just because it's so unique. You don't see many golf holes like that with the two-tiered green. There's a couple of different strategies there. I know if it's depending if it pins in the front or if it's in the back. If it's in the front, I know there's some people that will try to go for it off the tee and try to land it on the green and have an eagle putt. It's a little bit of a challenging shot, but it's possible if the pin's down low, the pin's up top. The whole play is completely different where you're laying up into the fairway and then trying to fire an iron or wedge into that back pin position to give yourself an easy putt.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very unique hole, and it's like I mentioned, it's our logo, so it's something that we like to recognize and honor Mackenzie's legacy in that design.
Yeah, it's a terrific golf hole, folks. And if you go for this green and you miss, you've got bunkers everywhere. You've got out of play. I think you have hole number 3 there, the green. So you better be spot on with this, or you're going to turn a 3 into a 6 or a 7 or an X on your scorecard.
A lot of room to miss off the tee on that one.
Yeah, that's for sure. I love hole number 3. I just love that it's kind of a blind tee shot as you're hitting over the top and you're landing, and if you pull it off, which I've been lucky enough to do a couple of times, it sets you up for kind of an elongated shot for your second shot and then an uphill green. But I'm going to talk about how would you go about playing it? Would you play a driver off that, or you tell us how Andrew Romig would play that?
Yeah, I think you're trying to play driver off of that, depending how far you can hit it. Depends on where your second shot's coming in. But if you have a second shot, trying to get down into the valley there, leading to your third shot, trying to get to that small green it's got a pretty severe slope on it. It's a pretty difficult hole for sure, especially if you haven't played here before and you don't really know the strategy off the tee with the big crest in the middle there. Kind of a unique aspect too is that we've had to turn the left side of that into an internal out of bounds because we've had events where smart golfers have learned if you hit your drive into the 4th fairway, you can kind of skip all that mess and just go over the 4th tee box and be on the green in 2. So and for safety reasons, to protect that fourth tee box, we kind of had a lot of tournaments. We create that as an internal out of bounds to keep you in the third fairway and make sure you got to go down to that valley and up the hard way, as we like to say. But it's a very difficult, very challenging hole. Made even more challenging just because of the green size and the slope that's on it. If the
Yeah,
greens get rolling quick, it can be even more of a challenge. So a
yeah.
pretty difficult hole, but also a ton of fun if you hit it right.
Yeah, I think that entire hole is fun. I just love the look on that. Being that you almost have a blind tee shot. Well, you really have a blind tee shot because you're going in, into a fairway that's above the tee box. But that second shot, you have that beautiful canvas that you talked about earlier for Allister McKenzie, painting that and where you're going to hit your shot. And if you hit it legally, the way you're talking about making the old out of bounds on the next hole, it's really terrific. And that green, if you don't put it in the right spot, you think you've hit the green and you're on, but you'll find out that you rolled off in the back if you don't
Yep.
hit a pristine shot.
Yep. Yeah, the thing where the pin is, that can also add another level of difficulty to that hole too, depending on where the flag is on a given day.
Sure. And number 18, you talk about that canvas that you have off the tee box. It's an absolutely beautiful tee shot. You can bomb it, you can bomb away on that hole, but if you don't leave yourself in the right spot, that second or shot is going to go into the water, which is going to turn. You're going to have a crooked number. Tell us more about how you'd play that hole there, Andrew.
Yeah, 18 is definitely our most photographed hole on the entire golf course. If you check social media and someone takes a picture while they're playing here, it's nine times out of 10 at the top of the hill on 18, just because of the campus in the background and the clubhouse, and certain months of the year when the leaves are down, you can see the stadium and Chrysler Center. It's definitely our most, I'd say, scenic golf hole, but again, challenging. Try to get your first shot up close to the pond, not go in the fairway bunker there on the right hand side. Leave yourself a little bit of a shorter second shot. Um, but yeah, that's the first shot's critical here, and make sure you don't get blocked out by the trees on the left or end up in the bunker on the right. Leave yourself a manageable shot over the water, clear the water, get close to the green, and try to get up and down or make the putt, depending on where you left yourself.
Yeah, then there's bunkers all over that, if I remember right. And so you gotta be accurate on that second or your third shot, whatever the case might be. So with that, is there any other holes that you'd like to brag on? And we're going to talk for just a moment about the U of M golf teams, and you do have a women's tournament coming up. I did talk to Jan Dowling, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago on her team that she's excited about. But any other holes or any other amenities you'd like to talk about at the Allister McKenzie course or Raderick Farms?
Sure. So you mentioned access for public. So what we have is called the Mackenzie Experience. It's kind of our one-day package offerings for those that maybe didn't go to school here or are a current student here, or don't work here. But that's our access option for the public. So it's golf cart, and includes also lunch or dinner at the grill too here as part of your experience. So I encourage folks to check that out if they're looking to have an opportunity to play here. Um, and then another couple holes to mention. I know 14 is pretty unique. 14 has a similar green to 6 with the two-tier approach to short
Sure.
par 3. But again, even though it's short, it can be a challenge depending on where the flag is and how the wind's blowing that day. Um, 13, the hole before that, is also another great golf hole. Presents kind of a risk reward challenge off the tee for a par 4. It's a ton of fun. Also, a big, massive fairway bunker on the left hand side presents a little bit of a challenge. But yeah, I could probably talk about every hole we have here because we're blessed to
Yeah,
have such a great McKenzie design, and really truly 18 different golf holes and 18 different challenges.
yeah. Now, the U of M men's and women's team, they also have their practice facilities on the one side of the course, and it's absolutely spectacular. We're not going to take everybody in there today, but I have seen a little bit of video on it, and it really is for any future Wolverine golfers on the men's or women's team. That is really an outstanding venue, and it's on property there, and I'm sure it's second to none, right, Andrew?
Yes, the Weisfeld Family Golf Center. It's a great place. They have an indoor putting chipping area for the winter months when the snow falls, so they can keep practicing, their short game and their putting. Heated driving range, so you can hit balls outside 12 months out of the year. In the last couple of years, we've upgraded the short game area. So the Salufo family short game area outside that borders 12T. It's a private exclusive area for the golf teams. It's can practice some longer shots, some putting, some chipping out there as well. There's a few bunkers there as well. But yeah, again, thankful for donors to help fund these awesome places and give our golf teams the best chance to compete.
Well, with that, Andrew, go blue.
Go blue.
And with that, everybody, Andrew Romig, General Manager at the University of Michigan, Allister McKenzie and Radrick Farms Golf Courses. You can check out more. Andrew, what is the website address where people can kind of look you up, look up yardage, rates, availability, book tee times for whatever's available to the public? How does that work?
So our main website is umgolfcourse.umich.edu. Or you can give us a call anytime, 734-615-GOLF.
Yeah. Everybody, you got to make this place on your bucket list. You got to play it once a year, or you got to play it at least once, and the staff will absolutely roll out the maize and blue carpet for you. Thank you, Andrew.